Anyway, so we find out that the maggots are all dying against this fungus.
Well, it's kind of by accident. They didn't even figure it. Like, despite the fact that it was quite clearly, the Doctor. It doesn't really click for the Doctor till like significantly later.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it's after. Of course, the Professor gets like infected and all that.
Yeah, because
I'd say actually slightly before that happens with like the whole scene where Joe runs out. Just one line I'd mention, like, because the Professor's doing the exact same thing as the Doctor, just not really paying attention to what Joe's blabbering on about.
Yeah.
And then she says like, "Oh, would you like a nice cup of arsenic?"
It's like, yes.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
Then she runs off to go get a maggot. I'm like, what are you doing, woman?
Oh, she's trying to
They get
prove
caught.
herself.
They get caught in the middle of the explosions and everything. Yeah. See, one thing was right at the beginning. Actually, she says, "Oh, Professor Jones reminds me of a younger version of you." So it's kind of like she loves the Doctor, but he's just too old.
Yeah.
So there you go. Some romance in the early days, but there you go. That's what you can take out of it.
Yeah.
But
I do actually kind of think that's what they're implying, and
I think it's
judging by the Doctor's reactions.
I think it was really well done, and how and then the Metebelis crystal, somehow luckily automatically like helps in the story. Like it really lucky he pops off to get that crystal.
Yeah, it happened.
Like if he hadn't have gone, like what would they have done?
At least there was build up to this one. I'd like it just. Oh, I just happened to have this crystal. There was something.
Yeah,
you understand why he went. Like.
But so then they kind of. I think it's the most least dramatic enemy defeat though. The Doctor drives around in Bessie while Benton just throws fungus at them.
Okay.
Oh, get that one. Oh, yep, I've got him. Got Doctor. Oh, there he is. Oh, look, just by the car.
They aren't really the main villains though. Boss.
I know. Boss is the main thing, but the main thing is the main threat that you see. What the story is titled after is the Green Death, which is what the maggots give you.
Yeah.
Boss was like a side quest, which kind of helps out on the one, but
Also, I'd say, how come only one maggot ended up becoming the fly thingies?
I guess it ate enough. I don't know.
Also, like, what did they use to destroy the thing again?
What?
The
fly. I laughed so hard at this moment. So they're doing like charging it at each other. The Doctor throws up his coat.
Oh yeah,
it hits the fly, and then it dies.
That was so stupid.
I laughed so hard.
If like a regular maggot is resistant to bullets, and the fly can be carried out by a coat.
It made me laugh so
hard.
My goodness. Because it's like, like towards the camera, like this really funny buzzing sound.
Yeah.
Like, and it just kills it. I was like, oh wow, that's supposed to be its definitive. Like you could shoot that stuff down if
you put a coat around the regular maggot, it wouldn't have died.
No, it wouldn't have. It would have eaten through it. Nom 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 nom.
That's just bizarre.
It made me laugh so hard. That is the funniest bit. But it's just how it's like. There's just like minutes. There's like a minute of like them going, "Yep, oh there we go. Oh, get those ones, Benton. Oh yeah."
What was the line that Benton said?
Oh yeah, isn't it like come get your BC? I don't know. It's a really weird line.
well, the Doctor calls it out.
So maybe that was improv, but yeah, God. And then the Doctor explosions, Boss dies, and
he was what was it? It was
he was going to connect with other.
Oh yeah, it was Stevens. Like actually, that was like quite a nice moment. Like, just trying to.
And he was like
Stevens.
crying at the end. That was really.
Yeah,
good.
that was a dramatic moment.
You know,
Get out. Yeah, and he just decided to sacrifice himself because
and
of
the
it.
entire building exposed, which was good again.
That was a really nice moment, actually.
It was good sacrifice. I mean, it had its good points, but the maggots were just defeated way too.
Yeah, they were.
Lamely. Oh, here you go. It's a fungus. Oh, nom nom.
It was kind of more global chemicals than Stephen and Boss, really.
Yeah, I think they should have shown.
Stevens especially. But Stevens was a threat. Like.
Stevens was, yeah, but Boss.
Not only was he like kind of ruthless, but like that one guy who was like starting to lose control, like just suicide.
Yeah. Jesus. Yes, that was crazy. When that happened, like the first one he just runs, and it's because when people kill themselves who run at it, it's way more. I find that way more terrifying because they've already decided it's not that slow build up of am I going to do it? Am I going? It's like I'm killing myself. Boom.
Yeah, he just runs
and just steps over and then just Oh God,
Wow.
that one always like makes me go whoa.
Yeah.
Because I forgot that one because I haven't watched this in ages. So like, that was a shock when that happened. I was like, oh God, yeah, he did that, and that was very good. So it had really good points of threat within it, like like it would make you feel so
Like I said,
bad you killed yourself.
mainly in Stevens.
Yeah.
Like, wait, anyone who doesn't agree with him, he'd mind wash them. Like,
Yeah.
other people he he sent people out to try and kill the Doctor of various kinds. You know, he was a consistent threat, like Stevens.
And it was.
And he was really well acted. I really did.
No, he was. Yeah, I thought he was better than Boss was. Boss was okay, but there was no threat. He had no power because Stevens was doing it all. You know.
Well, he would have got the power had he connected to the other computers.
Yeah. But I mean,
he wasn't there yet.
Yeah, but it was alright. So I mean, it looked good. I mean, maggots looked great. They were really good. What I liked was it was a different type of villain, like we said in the Awakening one. Different type of villain I kind of enjoy. It's just these insects. They're not evil. They just happen to get big due to chemicals. And they're not evil. They're not purposely going out their way to kill people.
No.
They're just being maggots. Doing what they do.
It is weird that they.
How it goes towards Joe in the room.
I find it is weird that they become these weird dragonfly
that's
things instead of a regular fly. You would expect, since they're still maggots, they would become flies.
It's odd, but that's the design choice. But I mean, they look good, and I mean, set pieces were nice, good dialogue, it flowed well. It was nice. Then we kind of get to the end scene after the big boss explosion.
I like this in a lot of ways, actually. Well, just mainly because of how John Pertwee plays it. It's a really nice kind
just
of
that
moment.
silent, the silence really is what kills it.
Leaving,
It's
and the shot with him driving with the sun behind.
With the sun, the thing which. One thing which kind of gets me is the marriage thing. I think that's a bit too soon.
Oh no, that was.
That's too forced. It should have just been.
They had barely known each other 2 days.
It should have just been going. I'm going with him. Blah blah blah. They shouldn't have had the marriage bit.
No, that didn't work.
It should have
been.
I said,
it's 2 days, or something.
Yeah.
Was it 2 days? Wait, they had
It was about 2 days.
3 days.
2 or 3 days.
Yeah, that's way too quickly. As you can see how frustrated the professor was getting at her.
It should have just been.
Just going off.
Just going off. Just leaving.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'm not going to be back for a while." Blah blah blah. And then the next series, it should have started with them going. Got married, blah blah blah. She got married. That would have worked more in the next series, going, oh, she's got married, and they're going travelling and blah blah blah. And then quickly, Sarah Jane Smith enters and then distracts the Doctor, so on and so on. But yeah, so I mean that last shot where he just walks out when everybody's celebrating, and he's just standing at the edge. He just slowly walks away. That last little shot.
Yeah.
And it's a fade into the credits. It's not a cut. It's a very slight fade into the credits, which is so more delicate and soft.
It was.
And
that was very nicely done. Nicely
so
shot.
Sad.
Yeah.
Such a sad. And that's what people remember this story most for. Really, is that ending.
Yeah.
That ending and the disguises, but mainly the ending.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 good things. What would you say?
All right. So I would say. Stevens, just as a whole, really, consistent threat. Does so many really evil things, but yeah, as you see at the end, it's a lot of it was being linked to the boss and all that, and the ending moments with him were very, very nicely done. I like the idea of the debate which they tried to bring up.
It was a good idea, just to get there.
Yeah, the issue mainly being the fact that they made the one side the argument of straight up
the heroes,
bad guy. Yeah, one side are straight up heroes, and one side are straight up villains. There is no middle ground. It's just their blows should all be hippies or something.
Yeah.
I would say the Doctor in general in the story actually. John Pertwee really sells this, entire way through from pretty much the beginning to right at the end. John Pertwee It's really on
Nails
it.
it.
Episode.
Nails it all.
This episode especially.
Yeah, this story. I'd compare his acting in this one to probably the Damon's. It's really good in Damon's as well. Or Inferno, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, my 3 good points is, first of all, I would say the ending and how the Joe and Jones things makes sense. You see it happening.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is the marriage bit, but that's a very small line. Yeah, doesn't really affect it.
Well, I mean, it does kind of... It
kind of puts the nail on the head, yeah. But, that's a small nitpick for a really good thing, which they did throughout. The second thing I like is how the story kind of still relevant, as you said. It's still kind of, you can still discuss it today, and still is happening, and many people are still fighting the shale gas.
A very different kind, though. Because this was 70s.
This was when it was early days.
It was like the mines before it all shut.
Mines. Now it's just trying to get shale gas in the Heath Bowland bowl or something. It's been ages. And the third thing. Oh, a few choices. I'd say the general acting by a lot of the cast is pretty solid. It's got good points of flow, good conversation. Nobody's very wooden. Everybody's quite good and flows well, really.
Yeah.
And it's quite dark, is what I like about the story as well. It's got very dark moments, very sad moments. Not a lot of happy, really, and every time something happy's happening, something bad quickly follows. Like when there's that meal scene, everybody's happy, then we find out Bert died.
Yeah.
They kind of... It's more on the dark side, this story, really. So yeah, 3...
The dark side of Doctor Who.
So, 3 bad things.
The uneven argument, as I've already mentioned.
Yeah.
I think, had they made it more balanced, it would have been a lot more... interesting.
It would have been more fair, especially the Doctor should have questioned it more as well.
On both sides, yeah. Because this story kind of implies, everything, there is. It almost shows, minus the first episode, that there's almost no advantage to anything like that. Which I think, they
didn't show the even side. The only part they really fought for it was when it was Brigadier going, oh yes, more petrol, cheaper petrol. That's the kind of thing they're
and the jobs.
For. Yeah, and jobs. There's a lot more. It's not just cheaper petrol; it's cheaper house heating. Even now, today, it's even more important, this argument, because people can, cheaper heating. So a lot of old people end up dying due to getting too cold during the winter, especially up north where it gets even colder. So if it was cheaper, they could turn it up a little more, and cheaper petrol, But then does that mean more cars on the road because people can afford the petrol? So it's all very much.
Yeah, there is even the debate, but the Doctor Who production team are very clearly on one side of the debate and don't really give a fair argument to the other side.
Yeah, it's
I would say the speed of the episode, it's a lot of the time very, very slow. It really does take its time, which is okay in some moments, but as we mentioned earlier, in 2 episodes it doesn't accomplish a lot at all, really.
Yeah.
It's just, this starts to feel like a 4-episode story that was padded out to 6, to be honest.
Maybe
this could have been done in 4.
Yeah, I think it could have been done in 4.
And I think it would have flowed quite a bit better.
It would have, it would have been more snappy and good. It's just too much is spent on just trying to get down the mine,
or just trying to, they spend ages debating. Oh, don't blow up the mine. They spent ages on that,
and it just blows up anyway. And it wasn't even the cliffhanger.
No.
So it was not really big build up. Not much point.
Not really.
And third thing,
I would say which one of these two? I think I'd say probably, even though it's only a smaller bit, the married bit at the end was really I've named
it's kind of cringy, isn't it?
It's just it's just sort of out of nowhere. Oh, didn't I mention? But it's.
I mean, it kept him in character, but it's just too soon.
Kind of.
Too soon.
And I guess it's just hippie culture, though.
Yeah, too soon, too soon. Okay, my 3 bad things. So yeah, first 2 episodes are very slow, and it's hard when there's a slow start. It's hard to try and get into it because then you gotta do this gradual acceleration to try and like enjoy the story. And if there's a slow start, it's hard. But like an excellent way to do a first episode. Okay, these are a few stories which I'm just looking at my collection now. First episodes which are brilliant. So the Daemons, brilliant first episode. Enemy of the World, brilliant first episode. Tomb is a pretty good damn first episode.
Unearthly Child, even.
Unearthly Child, yeah. Kind of. Terror of the Zygons, very, very good first episode.
I'm not going to get through every story.
I'm not doing every. I'm just looking
Remembrance of the Daleks.
Remembrance of the Daleks, very good first episode. So you can have longer stories and have really good first episodes, especially Enemy of the World, which is the same length of 6 episodes like this one. I mean, it's harder because some of those were 4-parters, so obviously it's going to be more snappy. But definitely, Daemons is 5 episodes, so you can do longer stories and have more snappy, and then you slow it down because you've got people's attention. That's what happens in Enemy of the World. They have a really good, exciting first episode. Like first episode of Enemy of the World, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy!"
Yeah, it really is.
Like hover boats and guns, and they're trying to kill.
They managed to keep it up the entire time.
Yeah, I know. Like after the first episode, I was like, I can't wait to watch another episode 2 because we were watching episode 9 to like spread it a bit. I was so excited for the next day because I was still at school at that point.
We'll get to this episode.
But yeah.
But we have a lot to say about that one.
Yes.
Especially
so Green Death could have been a bit more snappier to start with. Definitely. I think there could have been a lot more maggot involved. Number 2, the way that the maggots were defeated, it was just way too easy. And the fly, oh my god. It's hilarious. I love it for that. Yeah. I love it so much. I will never not laugh. But
it shows off as weak.
Yeah, they were just weak. It's like, oh my god, they can touch you with 1 kill, but if you just throw some fungus at them, they'll die.
Yeah.
I think the explosions would have been cooler, but it should have been fungus explosions. Like they could have made bombs with fungus in them, or like a gas in them, like a fungus gas bombs, which then spread like that. That would have been much cooler because explosions and stuff. But they just had pointless explosions, which weren't as cool. Yeah. And the third thing is really iffy choices of green screen and then model work. Understandably, when they did a fire-out shot to show all the maggots moving, good.
Yeah.
But when you added in the car, not good.
Yeah,
not good. Yeah. Very not good. And some of the green screen was just very, very off. I mean, they could have done it better if they just had a moving picture in the background. If they just had one of those. Have you ever watched Shrek 3?
Yeah.
Right at the start when
bit of it.
Right at the start when Prince Charming is pretending to ride a horse, and they've got this thing in the background when it's on the stage where they're turning the background to move it. That would have worked better here because you didn't get that line. But then again, I'm watching on a 32-inch while people would have been watching on about the size of a laptop, the entire family. That kind of screen.
Well, I watched on my laptop. I still noticed it.
Okay, yeah, but yours is high quality. There's still all the pixel show, but yeah, that's is that 3? Did I cover 3 or was that 2?
I think that was 3. Yeah, because you said the Megas defeated the green screen and the other thing.
Yes, green. Yes, that's it. Okay, right, nerdy. So obviously, last appearance of Katie Manning in Doctor Who, but she does a return in Sarah Jane Adventures in The Death of the Doctor. Metebelis 3 appears, which is mentioned many, many times throughout before. Because the Doctor's always like, I want to go to Metebelis 3. I want to go to Metebelis 3. And then he gets to Metebelis 3 and is like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be at Metebelis 3. Get me home from Metebelis 3. So yeah, and that's that's how it goes. Would you like to do the explain our thumbnail?
Well, I was going to go more nerdy things if you will.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, Jeremy, who's the Prime Minister, is actually an in-joke by the production team because he was the head of the Liberal Party, which was I think the lowest voted party at the time.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
So that is a joke. It's very much.
Yeah. I think it was what was his name?
Jeremy Thorpe.
Yeah, Jeremy Thorpe. That's it. The Metebelis crystal appears in the 11th Doctor story Hyde. Where it's on her head. It's a weirdly short one though when they have it there. It's odd. They're different. I don't know why they didn't recreate it, but hey ho. This is the final story to actually have the time vortex, that swirly intro vortex and credits. It's the last one to have that, because the next season it goes to that. The more known for Tom Baker's one.
And the last one to use kind of the classic.
Yes, the logo which is on all of the Doctor Who DVDs.
And the movie.
And the movie as well. This is the last one that used this one, and then they went to the more kind of on
triangle.
the side. It's not a triangle; it's a square. It's a diamond.
Triangle. Two triangles.
Two triangles together makes a diamond. Triangle.
I know. So according to this, the person who played Cliff was actually Katie Manning's boyfriend at the time of the shooting.
Oh wow! Damn. Well, yeah. Well, they got that love. That's why it was so realistic. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yes, but our thumbnail has got like the hidden message behind it, because the maggots were actually made out of condoms.
They were
inflated condoms with some water and some other stuff in them, obviously frozen to keep shape.
Yeah.
But that is what they're made of. So on our thumbnail, when Conrad's saying "I wouldn't touch that if I were you," it's because it's a condom, and
you probably would.
You don't want to touch condoms which have been on the floor because STDs and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Don't want to touch that, especially if it's a used one, which it is.
It is. By a living creature.
So there you go. So it's kind of the main nerdy ones. There's probably a bit more. I think there's enough one where on the DVD release of this story features. Oh, for heaven's sake! Telephone. So yeah, there's on the DVD release. There's on the DVD. Are you gonna pick up? Okay. On the DVD release, there's a special feature which is a global conspiracy, which has Mark Gatiss in it as investigative reporter Terry Scanlon, following the events around the incident of global chemicals, and a lot of the actors from Green Death reprised their roles, and it is revealed that Stevens and Boss survived.
How?
I know. Trap door. They did the Captain America Winter Soldier where they go in the little hole beneath. You know, remember they got missiled at that place and they survived, so it's all good.
I'd question how canon this is.
Probably not very canon. But hey ho, you know.
I mean, some things which appeared in extended, weird, not really canon, but sort of canon things appeared in the main series. I was actually reading the other day. Kate Stewart first appeared in Downtime.
Yes, she did, yeah.
Which is weird.
It is odd. Different actress, but yeah, the character did.
That character, yeah.
So Downtime's...
And they kind of made them... They kept consistent with blonde hair and all that.
Yeah, that's why they got Downtime on DVD. Because it's kind of more canon, so they're more...
Well, it is canon, I think. It doesn't, yeah. And it doesn't do anything which doesn't make it canon, so...
Anyway, so, your conclusion.
So this episode... has a lot of strong aspects. You know, it's got strong dialogue. When Stevens, I did enjoy a lot of Ross and the Doctor in general. It's very slow, and it's got several minor annoyances which do kind of build up. But on the whole, I'd say there's a lot more things to like here than not like. I mean, it's only a lot of ways. It's only really remembered a lot for Katie Manning leaving at the end, and of course the Doctor's reaction to that. But there's a lot more qualities here. I don't think it takes everything as far as it does, and takes other things like way too far. But overall, I enjoy it. So that's why it gets my rating of 7 out of 10.
Okay, so what I like about the Green Death is how the story is still relevant to this day about drilling into the ground for shale gas. I believe that Doctor Who stories which try and play on like political problems at the time always make it a stronger story. For example, the Zygon inversion. I enjoyed that story a lot more because it had like my own opinions could be put into the story and I could discuss about, you know, because they did it much better in that one though because they did both sides. So this story has very memorable scenes, but also many forgettable ones. Some characters just blend together, and it's a lot of just men in suits for some of the characters. The only one which really stands out is Stevens. The other ones are kind of just men in suits who either agree and then don't agree and then agree or kill themselves because they start. Anyway, So the maggots being the most prominent villain made a nice change. Not evil, just kind of maggot that if you touch you die, you know, which is simplicity at its best, really. It works out on people who are scared of insects and who likes maggots, really. You know, it's kind of it's kind of not very nice. Boss, however, is kind of he's funny and he's enjoyable, but I just found him kind of like he didn't have much to it. I did enjoy his dialogue, but I felt like the evil computer thing had already been kind of done before with Wotan and the War Machines.
But that was also 10 years before.
Yeah. Wotan did speak.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, this one kind of went for the more kind of groovy kind of Wotan. That's what I could explain it.
It's excitable Wotan.
Yeah, it's like just a shaken up
but
one.
It's 10 years later, so I think it's a bit. Yeah.
It's alright. So parts look great, and other times you can barely see what's going on in the cave. There's a difference between dramatic effect and bad lighting. Like sometimes you can make it dark and creepy, and sometimes it's just bad lighting. You know, there's a difference if you're kind of struggling to see, because when you can only just see the actors and barely any of the set, it's kind of. I just think it's they showed a lot of the caves in the Silurians and they look brilliant. So why couldn't they just do the same here? You know, I don't know what they were doing. Yeah, so John, Katie, and the rest of the cast give great performances, but you know, there's some bland arguing scenes about when the Doctor's like, you can't blow it up, and it blows up, and it's well, waste of a conversation. You could have just blown it up. It wasn't
just a conversation. There was a 10 or 15 minute period where they're just going around trying to stop this thing, and then it just happens anyway.
And then the first 2 episodes are basically wasted about a lift. Episode 2 is basically all about a lift, and it's a bit okay, this isn't really the Green Death, it's lifty wifty.
The faulty lift.
Yeah, the faulty lift. The lift death, or I know. 600 feet under. That's how deep they were. So I give the Green Death also 7 out of 10, as there's a great basis, but they don't manage to super stay on track with it and go a kind of crazy computer route, and the argument was not sided brilliantly, but it has really great and very memorable scenes, including the heartbreaking ending and the skies, which you know, but that heartbreaking ending is basically why this story has gone down in history for fans. That's why when you think of a Green Death, you think of that very final shot of a Doctor driving away. That's the shot you always think of, or the Doctor dressed as a woman.
That scene is what separates this from being, say, a time monster. One of the
just a finale, you know, just an end of series. It's just there. This one, it has its milestone because of that ending and because of her leaving, because she'd been there for so long as well. Because she'd been there quite a few years, really. So yeah, thank you for listening to our opinion of the Green Death. Tell us what you think below. What you'd give it out of 10. What do you think about
whatever rating scale you do it on? I mean, if you want to do it out of 100,
go on then, but that would be a lot harder.
It would, but it's up to the viewer, of course.
True. So yeah, tell us your opinions. Tell you what did you like, what did you not like, and then you can subscribe or not.
You know, it's completely up to you. You shouldn't just be one of these people possessed by the boss. You know.
Yeah.
Take the blue crystal.
Yeah, take the blue crystal. Go Metebelis free. Get it all out there. You know, have your own opinion. Don't be bossed out by it.
Yes.
And don't kill yourself either.
Please don't do that.
If you get bossed and then you do subscribe, and don't kill yourself just because you subscribe. That's not good. That's not good. Don't do that. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.